back with another 5-on-5 here on Bronx Nets Open. Since our last roundup, the sports world ushered in summer with the crowning of an Indianapolis 500 champion. And our Bronx Net cameras were there to witness history. Not only was it the largest sporting event since the coronavirus pandemic rocked our universe in March of 2020, but 140,000 spectators saw Helio Castroneves gain immortality. He becomes just the four-time Indy 500 winner, joining A.J. Foyt, Al Unser, and Rick Mears. It was also a win for the old guys. Helio is 46. 5 of the top 10 finishers are 37 or older. Not bad for an old guy. Here's more from the 500.
Great moment for everyone, especially after last year being so difficult with the pandemic, and everybody's coming back, even that is not full percent everyone here, but very, very nice to everyone to celebrate. So I couldn't be more happier, couldn't be more happy for Mike, couldn't be more happy for Jim. They did everything they did everything they told me, which is they promised and give me a good car, and I said, all right, so if that's happened, we have a great chance, and just give me a chance to fight, an opportunity to be up there, and then I will fight. And they did. So great moment. Amazing to follow in this group with Alan Senior, AJ Foyt, and my hero Rick Mears. So super honor to be in this group. But most of it, more important, is I love to be surrounded by great people. It was great to be with Penske, and now my new friends are really having a great time. New opportunity with this amazing team.
NBA superstar James Harden is only 31 years old, but his hamstring might seem more like that of a 46-year-old. The Nets have looked strong in their second-round matchup with Milwaukee, but the story remains Harden's injury and what it could mean for the Nets in their championship pursuit, especially with the LA Lakers bounced in the first round out west. Here's KD on Harden's status.
I didn't realize what had happened until he had started walking off the court. But we were supposed to run a play, and he wasn't in the spot. And then I looked at him. He was grimacing. So this shit sucks. It sucks. It sucks out because I want him to be out there. I know how much he cares. I know how much he wants to be in this moment. It sucks. I wish him a speedy recovery. We're going to keep him involved as much as possible. But, it's just a bad break.
The Knicks fall in the first round, but the Nets look strong so far, even without a healthy Harden in the lineup. Strong doesn't begin to illustrate how dominant Jacob Degrom is for the Mets. He's clearly the best starting pitcher in baseball. He grabs the third spot here on the front end of 5-on-5 as the ace moves into fourth all-time on the Mets strikeout list. And if that's not enough, he is also pitching amazingly well to start the season. He has an historically low ERA through 9 starts. We go inside the locker room for more.
Work in between definitely helps. Where I'm at with my delivery, we had a little speed bump early on where I missed 14 or 15 days and kind of got out of whack. But coming back, feel good, and just take the mindset of keeping us in a game and try to put up zeros. That's all I try to think about, and execute pitches when I need to, and go back to like 18, 19, trying to just control what I can control. So one pitch at a time and just try to hit my spot.
Last year, he averaged a lot of pitches per at bat. And I think that led for him to, average, I think he was just over 5 innings an outing. And this year he's been going more, even though the pitch count has been low, like you're saying, but it's because of his command. So now batters are ready to swing on him. Like the Padres came up swinging that first, second inning. They were after him.
Meantime, over here in the Bronx, the Yankees are swept last weekend by their longtime rivals, Boston. The Red Sox get the better of the Bombers, sweeping them at Yankee Stadium for the first time since 2011.
An awful week for us, culminating in the end of this homestand. And we got to get right. We got to get better, and it starts now on the road as we head to Minnesota. A lot of good things happened tonight. Able to put some pressure on them early, build a little bit of a lead. Domingo threw the ball well, and then they held us down for a while. A lot of big at bats late, but we gotta find a way to start scratching out some W's. Look, there's urgency, but we're in control of our season and our destiny, very much so, and we got to take control of it.
A season from now, we'll be looking over at the Duke bench and won't see Coach K. The legendary college basketball coach is retiring at the end of next season. We asked college basketball insider Adam Zagoria about Coach K's legacy on the latest Step in the Arena podcast.
Coach K, obviously his legacy there is incredible, you know, with both the national team winning 3 gold medals as a head coach and 5 NCAA championships at Duke. And, you know, a lot of the Kentucky guys and people like to rip Duke for kind of producing busts in the NBA, which, you know, there have been some. But if you look at Kyrie, Jason Tatum, you know, Zion, RJ, there's a lot of Brandon Ingram, a lot of really great Duke players in the NBA right now. And from a recruiting standpoint, you know, back in the day, you guys remember Duke used to get, you know, program guys, right? Jay Billis and guys who were there for 4 years. And Coach K kind of took a page out of John Calipari's book at Kentucky about 10 years ago and started getting more of the one and done guys. Duke in 2015 had Jahlil Okafor, Justice Winslow, and Tyus Jones, and they won a title with a bunch of one and dones. And that's hard to do. So, you know, Coach K, I think part of it is he's a little tired of all the changes and the transfer portal and all that, and he wants to spend time with his grandkids and his family.
There's 5 stories that you may have missed. Here's 5 stories to watch out for this weekend. UFC 263 goes down Saturday night in Arizona. There's been plenty of buzz from the fight world, especially with Logan Paul going the distance with Floyd Mayweather in a boxing exhibition last weekend. Money Mayweather finished him with a knockout, but really should consider doing some mixed martial arts. That might be the only way that we eventually, if ever, see Floyd Mayweather lose a fight. I'm pretty sure I'd rather pay money to see that anyway. Grabbing the second spot on the back end of 5-on-5, the Yankees will take the short trip to Philly to face former manager Joe Girardi this weekend. The Bombers take on the Phillies Saturday and Sunday. Meanwhile, the first-place Mets host the young and exciting San Diego Padres this weekend at Citi Field in Queens. Coming in at number 4, the new Superstar Racing Experience, also simply known as SRX, goes down in Connecticut Saturday night. Tickets are sold out, but our BronxNet cameras will have you covered. It's the debut of the series featuring a star-studded lineup of racing greats: Tony Stewart, Bobby Labonte, Paul Tracy, Tony Kanaan, Willie T. Ribbs, Mark Webber, Marco Andretti, and even the new Indy 500 winner himself, Helio, just to name a few. You can watch all of the action Saturday night on CBS Sports. It's been a great few weeks for the locals with the Knicks, Nets, and Islanders in the postseason and the Yankees and Mets in the playoff conversation. You'll want to tune in for more NBA and NHL playoffs action this weekend, too. We are drawing closer to crowning champions in both of those leagues. Check your local listings for more. That's 5-on-5. We hit the C-list for a cool sports trip for you and the family this summer. Summer weather is finally here, and the start date of the season is official next week. Periodically here on the show, we travel and provide some insight to some cool places for you to check out as sports fans. For this C-list, my recommendation is a stop at the American Motorcyclist Association Motorcycle Hall of Fame in Ohio. It's about 8 hours away, a nice road trip for you and the family one weekend. The AMA Motorcycle Hall of Fame features 2 floors. The upper level honors the lives and careers of AMA Motorcycle Hall of Famers and men and women who have shaped motorcycling in America in racing, rights, design, industry, and ambassadorship. The lower level includes themed exhibits as well as examples of historic motorcycles from the museum's permanent collection. And the best part, it's only $10 for adults, $8 for seniors, and $3 for students that are non-members. It's a no-brainer for fans and students of motorcycle history. That's your look at sports. I'm Bobby C. Catch me on Monday Mornings Open as we sit down with Yankee great and the first designated hitter in baseball history, Ron Blomberg. See you then.